Okay, everybody. So I have picked up a bunch of proxy sets from different people, and I just want to do a quick review if you're like me and you don't know what's best for your situation. And I'm just play mostly just tabletop with my friends. I've been to a couple events at my local LGS, and I'm just going to show what I've got. So right here, I have this is from Ron. Ron gets his stuff printed. It's from China. Kind of takes a while to get here. Usually it takes over a month. I've ordered from him twice. And if you're looking for something that is going to be playable at an LGS, he's kind of the only option. All the other stuff, you can just tell right away it's not real. Um, but still, I think they're all actually pretty good quality, and for tabletop you can play any of them good. Ron's the most expensive. I'm going to start there. It would be similar to like ordering from BL or any of those guys. So here I got a Oko Thief of Crowns, and I'm going to show you the back here compared to, this is just like a regular Evolving Wilds that is real. All the cuts and stuff on Ron's stuff has been good. I haven't had anything with any text issues. Sometimes you'll notice the hollows offset, but I also have stuff from Magic that is offset, that came offset. So I don't think that's a deal breaker for me. And when you're getting a card that's $100 for $2 a pop, that's not bad. There's definitely some variances in like the colors of the back. So these are all three of these right here are fake, and I know the lighting's not good. I'm just doing this with my phone real quick. But I can see in my eyes there's variances in the colors between this one and this one and this one, these two being closer, and then here's the real one right next to it. And on the phone it looks much more drastic of contrast than my eyes. And if you're playing with a full deck of like just this one, you're not going to notice. These ones kind of came out a little light, but this one right here, the Oko, the more recent one, looks really good. And if you're if you want something that looks more real, and you don't want to pay a ton of money for it, I think Ron's a really good choice. But for me, for what I do, where I play with just a group of friends in my house, you can see all these. I got freaking cards everywhere, just lying all over the place in my basement. I have to say, number one, MPC was probably the best. I also have, and I'll explain why at the end. But so I also got Mythic Black Core. I wanted to order from them because I saw that they had some really cool like full arts for different designs and stuff. I know it's silly, some of these cards like Frilled Mystic aren't that expensive to buy real, and I heard complaints of them like being too thin, and I guess they kind of do feel maybe a smidge thinner. I don't know, not really. But I heard that complaint. I don't know, they seem fine to me. The guy who makes them does some photoshopping to make some of them more full art. My favorite out of all the ones I got from Mythic Black Core are probably these breeding pools that are full art. They're awesome. And I bought an entire deck plus a few extra cards, so maybe around 70 cards. And it cost me about $60. I mean, some of the cards are obviously more expensive, and I knew it was not financially not as smart to buy these, but I wanted to test it all. I wanted to have a fair shake at everything personally, so I knew what I was dealing with. I got, let's see, like the Scorpion God. In person, it's a lot darker than it looks, but I think the full art looks awesome. You can obviously see text variances, and a lot of times, if you look at the back here, the cutting is like not perfect, and these ones are really dark on the back, so you're not probably going to fool anybody with any of these. But again, if you're at home and you're playing and you want a cool looking card, I think he's a great option, and they have like unique full arts that he does there. And the last one who I just got today is MPC, and I had very low expectations for MPC because I was like, man, how good can it be? It's like 20 cents a card, sometimes less than that if you get enough cards. And just to show you, so like from Ron, that many cards was like $90. That's about 70. That's about 70 cards from Mythic Black Core. and that was about 60, I think, is, yeah, maybe 70. I don't know. Most expensive, a little less expensive than Ron's, but that MPC, I just got this huge stack of cards, and this one was only like 20 something bucks, and I'm super impressed. If you're good tabletop and you want a proxy and you're not making your own stuff for cheaper, I think these are definitely the way to go. You know, trying to be up close, like, it looks great, right? It feels really good. Surprisingly, I did the Black Core option, which I'm really happy with the choice. You'll see I just followed, like, I downloaded a bunch of the G drives that have every Magic card there is, and you know, just the typical proxy back, and it was good. It feels good in the hand. I'll show you some of these cards real quick that I got. I just saw a deck list for Infect. I've always wanted to play it, so I just threw them all in there and started buying it. The process was super easy once I had everything like downloaded and just started uploading it all. They feel great, so I'm super happy. I'm gonna buy an Amulet Titan deck like in 2 seconds when I get off of here. I think I bought some bangers in here. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, and I know there's like silly things like Spell Pierce, which I probably already even have a ton of them, but I just wanted to do a whole deck list, get it all in one thing, and see how it came out. I was super pleasantly surprised. So, like, yeah, for Kitchen Magic, you'll notice, like, sometimes, and I know, like, my my camera skills here, but because I'm having to hold it, I'm like shaky the molehill. Like the Demonic Tutor, like, you can kind of notice, like, the text isn't like perfectly clear, and it looks kind of like a little, you know, the pixels aren't pristine, but, like, I mean, for the price that you're paying, honestly, the cards that look the best are actually these mythics that I got, the Tormagoyf and Karn and Liliana, which I'll show you here. They look really just fantastic, and I mean, if you're playing Magic and you sleeve them up, you're not going to know a difference in terms of like you might know they're fake because the color's off a little bit, but playing with them, they feel like Magic cards, and to me, that's like the most important. I'm not like playing with a pack of Uno or something over here. Try to see if I can get any other special cards in here that stood out to me, because I just looked through it real quick. One thing that was really nice was that with Mythic Black Core, they actually sent everything in an Ultra Pro deck box, which, you know, I probably have enough, to be honest with you. I got like 5 extras sitting there and a bunch right here. Yeah, I've got like a problem, but I thought that was nice. You know, it makes it nicer. This is the box that the stuff from MPC came in, which is the same thing that, you know, Ron's set came in, just a bigger box. I've actually tried making my own proxies before, like just some flooded strands, and they look good, and they're printed on the back of a real Magic card, but they're actually, I don't know if you can tell, they're actually like just glued on there, and it's too thick. But I'm trying to like figure out my own process. Magic's super expensive. I have thousands and thousands of dollars worth of card, which is, probably don't tell my wife that, but finding cheaper ways just to play at home. I personally, I wouldn't go to a tournament with stuff that isn't real, just because, I don't know, you know, Magic gave us this game, so I don't want to besmirch them at stuff like that. But at home, like the fact that some of the cards cost a ridiculous amount, and they try to edge out people who don't have money, and they sell special products just for rich people. Well, okay, well, I can screw them and buy some proxies. And obviously, if you're in the proxy subreddit, you probably like them too. But again, you know, these last, to sum it all up, Ron's stuff looks super good. There's like small, slight color differences, but like they literally look like real Magic cards. This Urza, I can't tell the difference between that one and the real one. Stuff like I have a Liliana's from him, looks a little darker in person than I think it really is. See if I get anything else, but like, you know, this Karn Great Creator is fabulous. Like, it looks awesome. I have a real one. It looks very similar, or just like it rather. And then these Mythic Black Cores, they have cool cards. They don't feel too bad. The backs are obviously like super dark, but they have unique stuff on there, and it's super cheap. So if you want full art stuff, I think they're all kind of great options. Personally, best one overall for the money, MPC proxies 100%, because you know, I wish I had a Karn from one of these other guys, but you know, this is MPC proxies. This is Ron's, and you know, if you look at the coloring, they both stand out. They look good. Actually, let me check real quick. I might have a card from Ron from another set, and I can put it right next to the MPC Proxy, and you guys can kind of see the difference here. Just bear with me for a second. You know, I do, but I think they're in another deck. But I did find, I have, this is the Liliana the Veil that I originally got from a Ron set. I bought it last year, and this is comparing it to the MPC Proxy. And you'll see, like, the colors, like, pop better on this one and stuff like that. This has, like, I don't want to say smudged look, but it's, like, a little bit more blurry. But, again, the feel is amazing. And, over here I have the older Jace the Mind Sculptor that I got from Ron a year ago, and the newer one. And I like the colors better actually on the older one. The newer one seems a little more faded, but you know, it's got the hollow stamp, which kind of makes it look cooler. But and I actually think the back, so this is the back of the Jace the Mind Sculptor from a year ago, and then this is a real Magic card right next to it. And try to make a good comparison here, but it look, of course my phone makes it look completely freaking different, but it actually is really close, and I can't tell, like, with my human eye, this one being much lighter, which is actually the newer one, which I was kind of surprised about. But all good stuff. In short, if you're playing tabletop, MPC Proxy is like 100% the way to go, in my opinion. Like $20 for just bangers, you know what I'm saying? I just want to do a quick little review for anybody else who might be curious about what they'd like to play, and just get some eyes on some cards and see them next to the other ones.